Good morning, everybody. We're going to conclude the week of reviews with the first part of our Rolling Stones Steel Wheels Tour review series with our look at their 1991 live album, Flashpoint. This album, like I said, was recorded during the Steel Wheels and Urban Jungle tours of 1989 and 1990, and it also marked the last uh, tour with their original bassist Bill Wyman, as he would retire in 1990. As he would retire after this tour, but he didn't actually announce his retirement until 1993 for some reason, and I never understood why. But anyway, I have several favorites on this record. Uh, One of my absolute favorite songs is a song that I wish they had um, they had played, had made made it a tour staple. In other words, played it at every show. And it came during the acoustic portion of the show. A song from one of my favorites from Beggar's Banquet, one of my all-time favorites actually, called Factory Girl. And they've only played Factory Girl a couple times since then. And another um, another one of my favorites is, of course, uh, Start Me Up and um, Sad, 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 and Rockin' a Hard Place. And but this record really concentrates on just mainly the hits. Oh, and actually, another one of my favorites um, is another one of the acoustic songs. They For this tour, I think this was the first time in years uh, that they had played Ruby Tuesday live, um, and they did it in kind of an acoustic format. And and another song that they did kind of acoustically is "Paint It Black," and I also like "You Can't Always Get What You Want." And but like I said, this album mainly concentrates on the hits like "Sympathy for the Devil" and um, "Satisfaction," "Brown Sugar," and all that. And but it's not till we get to the Tokyo Dome show, which we'll be covering at the end of the series, that we will get into some more of the more interesting aspects of the Steel Wheels Urban Jungle Tour, because um, like I said, this album was recorded for multiple dates on the tour, and I think to really get the full scope of a show from the tour, we need to do a review of a whole complete show. Hence the reason why we are including the Tokyo Dome show. But on I think on a couple dates of the tour, the Stones had guests on, play with them, and one of those was Eric Clapton, and I think his the Stones' performance of Little Red Rooster with Eric is included on Flashpoint as well. But before I forget, the record was released on August 8th of 1991, so about 2 years after the tour ended, and and it also has two um, studio bonus tracks um, on it as well. Um, but it's really the live portion that is really the most interesting part to me. And uh, like I said, it was recorded, I think, during multiple uh, portions or multiple shows of the tour. And some of the songs that some of the other songs that I wish that they had been playing on uh, some dates of the tour that I wish had made it to either the Tokyo show or Flashpoint were Dead Flowers, which is which is probably my all-time favorite Stones acoustic number, and Tumbling Dice. Actually, Tumbling Dice was released. I was reading when I was preparing for the video. I was reading the I was reading over some notes, and I think Tumbling Dice was released as was released on one of the editions of the record as kind of a bonus track. And that's another thing. When I was doing the screen recording for the review a couple days ago, I noticed that they not only had the track listing for the record on the Wikipedia page, but they had the track listing for the cassette tape, which is kind of abnormal. I had never seen that before, and I think the cassette and the CD track listing are identical, but I could be wrong. And but yeah, I've never seen that before. Oh, and there is a complete show a couple years ago, which we will not be covering, but there is a complete show. A couple years ago, you know, the Stones started releasing shows from the vaults, and they released a couple from the Urban Jungle and the Steel Wheels tour, the Tokyo show, and another one from Atlantic City called Steel Wheels Live. And it has some significant changes to the set list for the Atlantic City show, include duets with Axl Rose, of all people, on one of my other favorite Stones songs, Salt to the Earth. And I think Eric Clapton's on Little Red Rooster. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say the Little Red Rooster that's on Flashpoint is the Atlantic City performance with Eric Clapton. But so if any of you are Stones fans, particularly of this era, look for that show as well, because it's quite interesting. And they as kind of as part of that Atlantic City show release, in a deluxe edition, they included a CD, an EP CD of some of the rare performances from the Steel Wheels and Urban Jungle tour, like the Dead Flowers that I had mentioned, and some others. So I hope you enjoy this. I give this 5 stars. Shot and produced by Adam Bauer. Audio and video provided by Pixabay, the YouTube Music Library, and WeVideo. Screen recording taken from Wikipedia. Photo provided by Google Images. Voiceover also recorded using WeVideo. Hi everybody, it's me. I got the release date wrong on the actual video. I said it was released on August 8th of 1991 and it's actually April 8th of 1991. So please disregard that, and the actual release date is April 8th of 1991. Sorry for the confusion.